Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I especially thank you for your continued support. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button so you get notified when I post other videos. Today I'll be showing you guys how I made these beautiful earrings, and I'll start by showing you the materials I used. So I decided to use this color combination. You can actually use any color combination for this design, or even use a single color for this. It doesn't matter. The choice of your color is not really a big deal. Here is my choice of color. You can use yours. You will also be needing a needle and a thread for this design. You can see my needle and my thread there, and I use the scissors for this. If you have a cutter, you can also use that. And this is my earring top. Now I'm going to cut my thread and fix it to the needle. I'm going to start with my first color. So I picked 4 beads. I picked 4 of the blue color beads. And now I'm dragging the beads down to the tail of my thread. Now the beads are the tail of my thread. I'll pass my needle through the first 2 beads I picked. So I'm not going to be passing my needle through the last 2 beads, no, just the first 2 beads I picked. I'll pass my needle through them and then I'll drag to bring the beads together. So this is what I formed by picking the first 2 beads. Since these 4 beads are going to be the foundation of my design, I would really need them to be very strong. So I'm going to pass my needle around the 4 beads so the thread can go around them and I'll achieve having them strong. That's what I'm doing now. Now my 4 starting beads are firm. I'm going to pick 2 more beads. So now I picked 2 beads and I'm going to pass this through the next 2 beads. I pass this bead through the place or through the parts where I don't have a thread coming out. And now I'm going down again to the beads I just picked. Now I have a total of 6 beads. That's 2 beads in 3 places. I'm going to pick 2 beads again and repeat the same process. I'll pass my needle down through the parts where I have no thread coming out. And that's what I just did. Now I'm going to go up again and come out through the last 2 beads I picked. This is what I have now. I'll pick 2 beads again. And I'll go up again through the parts where I don't have any thread coming out. So I'm repeating the same process, and then I'll go down again through the last 2 beads I just picked. Please don't forget to go down. You have to go up and down. It's very important. If not, you're going to make a mistake. And for this design, if you make a mistake, it's going to take a long time correcting your mistake. So you have to be careful. Now I'm going to pick 2 beads again and repeat the same process. And basically this is what I'm going to be doing until I get to my desired length. So this is my preferred length for this design. I stopped at 13. Now for the next stage, I'm going to be picking just 1 bead. And I'm going to be going through the threads you can see at the top of the beads. Before I was passing my needle through the beads, now I'm going to be passing my needle through the threads, and that is what I just did for the first bead. Now I'm going to also come up again by passing my needle through the same bead. Now I just passed my needle through the same bead and I have this. So this is what it will look like when you pass your needle through the bead you just picked. Now I will pick 1 bead again and repeat the same thing. I'll pass my needle through the thread and I'll come up again through the same bead, just like I did for the first bead. The threads I'm picking are the threads in between 2 beads. So at the end of this stage, I'm going to be having 12 beads on top of the 13 beads I started with. Now I'll repeat this step until I complete the 12 beads. Now I'll be picking a white bead. That's how I achieved the white beads you saw scattered on this design. My 12 beads are complete now. I'm going to repeat this stage again, and by the time I'm done, I'll be having 11 beads this time on top of the 12 beads. So this simply means if I continue to repeat this stage, I'm going to be having just one bead. So at the end of this, like I said, I'm going to have 11 beads on top of the 12 beads, and when I repeat this stage again, I'll be having 10 beads on top of this 11 beads. And if I repeat that again, I'll be having 9 beads on top of the 10 beads, and like that until we are down to 1. And then when we have 1 bead, this part is complete. Now I completed this and I have 11 beads on top of the 12 beads now. I'll repeat again, so I'll be having 10 beads on top of these 11 beads. I'm down to 8 beads now. Now I'm down to 3 beads. Now I only need to pick the beads 2 more times to have 2 beads on top of these 3 beads. Then when I have 2 beads on top of these 3 beads, I'll only need to pick 1 bead to complete this part. So now I just picked the last bead to complete this part. I'm going to be having something that looks like a triangle. At this point, I'll need to fix my earring top. So I just picked my earring top and now I'm going to go down one of the sides of the triangle. My needle got stuck here. I had to cut the thread and join a new one. So this is how to join a new thread in case you get down to a short thread or you get stuck somewhere. So the first part has been completed. We formed the triangle and we have fixed our earring top. See you in the next video for the second and final parts. Bye guys.